this loaded up. We're excited to keep going today. Oh, man, I just know the day we die, I'm Mama Dalton. It's gonna be like 10 minutes into a stream. And like, how are we gonna continue after that? We'll figure it out when we get there. I was too tired to play Resident Evil yesterday. Maybe some other day. We'll try to get that done before the 24th. Um, there's no good way for us to stream that though, because it's the since it's an Oculus exclusive, I can't run it in desktop mode with the overlay chat that we did for like Half-Life Alyx, which was really nice actually. That worked really well, just like flipping the controller over to read chat. Um, Sad that we can't do that with RE4, because I think that'd be a really fun stream. A game I quite enjoy. But if I can't see what chat's saying, then like, how do I do my job? So we'll just have to play that in our own time, I suppose. I have so many different mercenary maps I gotta get good at too. Have they confirmed if Mercenaries is coming for the RE4 remake? Guess we'll find out in a couple weeks. Slightly over 2. Really kept up with its news. Me either. I did finally do the pre-order because I knew they were going to do that like pre-order or miss out stuff. And while it's probably just garbage, because I think every Resident Evil game gives you basically some garbage unupgradable weapons, so nobody feels like they actually missed out. Like, I kind of want it on the off chance maybe it's good this time. Probably not. I'm just hoping the game is good. I don't really care if the bundle stuff is good. It's kind of scary having them remake one of your all-time favorites. Didn't care about 2 or 3 or most of these other games that get remakes, but it's what I'm invested in. And we got the Elden Ring DLC coming at some point. I mean, we knew it was coming, but now we have a name. I think that means it's sooner than later. Is there anything else we were waiting on? I mean, like Factorio DLC, but that could be years away. We have no idea. I don't think they've given us any indication on that. Not much more. Got to figure out how to weave in more RimWorld too. I've been getting an itch to try that again. Man, we stream like 7 days a week and we still don't have enough time to play everything we want. How do normal people play games? It's impossible. I guess they just don't play 400 hours of the exact same character in the exact same game. That might be the difference. Our survival games are betraying us. Woo! Look at all those katanas on the table. And that one day of katana fighting was still so good that we've got 2 more on top of this one. No, that's on that. Oh, is there too much stuff on this? I mean, I thought Factorio, and that's definitely reduced the number of games I've been able to try. My save is over 600 hours now. Oh my god. But are you still enjoying it? Okay, I guess the table's full. So we need a new place to start putting katanas. Yes, okay. Oh, that's the most important part. So I'll toss these in the fridge. But I'm looking forward to also finishing it. Are you gonna drop into another one as soon as you're done? Like, yeah, let's go again, round 2. I have other games I also want to play. Oh. Makes sense. Alright, we're almost at spring. Let me grab these watering cans. Toss down these things. Let's go watering. Nope, won't play it again. Solo. Until at least in a major update. Maybe it's 1.0, depending on the timeline of when that happens. No, mostly was just joking. I don't. Putting that much time into one save and then just doing it again. If it was shorter, maybe, but if it's just the one game. You don't feel like you'd be more inclined to go try, like, an entirely different game? Or entirely different mod set? Oh yeah, possibly. That's probably more like 6 months after I finish this timeline, though. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do when we lose Mama Dalton. Use that as a reason to take a break from Zomboid. At least for a little bit, catch up on a few more games. Work on a Darkness Falls some more. Because I've been planning just to get past this 100,000, but now that we hit it, you know, we gotta change plans. We hit our goal. Completely arbitrary goal, but I feel good about it. I'm gonna wait up till 1 a.m. because I don't know what the weather is, so we'll chill with our crops for a bit. Arbitrary goals are fun. I like it when games don't tell me what's meaningful. There was no achievement pop up when we got 100,000. We just felt good. Game didn't tell me, you feel good now, you did it! Especially when you do something you don't even realize is like an achievement. Like, that's always the weirdest one. That happened to me so much in an actual good game. Ring of Pain was quite good. But I kept getting, like, achievements, and I'm like, I didn't even know I did a thing. And it's like, oh yeah, you did. You feel good now. It's like, okay. I believe you, game. Clear skies. Yes, clear skies, no fog. Okay. Clear skies. Very thick fog. Alright. Alright, so we got one good day of work, and then another day we're just gonna be chilling. And I'm kind of scared if it keeps giving me katanas, it'll catch up to our hunting knife. Hey, Big Hurt, how you doing? Where our skills are at? Yeah. We're just chilling at home anyways. And how you doing? How's life treating you? I'm generally more of a fan of games that give me goals or a clear finishing point than ones that are fully sandboxed. But in a sandbox game, I don't like the achievements in 7 days just feel dumb. Oh, thank you. We've been trying. This is I kind of hope we hit Nimble 10 before we die. It's still a bit of ways. 340 XP, but, like, never been there before. This is uncharted territory. If you're gonna make a sandbox game, let me make my achievements and decide when I should feel good. Don't give me, like, your arbitrary deadlines. Let me figure out what my arbitrary deadlines are. We've been pretty much focused on nothing but short blade until this point. Pretty soon we're going to start leveling other weapons whenever we go to smaller towns, things like March Ridge, West Point, Moldra, Riverside, Rosewood, those towns that aren't Louisville, basically. We'll try to get up some of our other skills. Give us another goal to work on. Sure, I could agree. Achievements in Sandbox are often not very interesting. Yeah. I think they could definitely be more fun. That's true. I think it's just more of a thing of people don't tend to make good achievements for Sandbox games. Alright, we're still fenced in. Generator's doing okay. Yeah, that's fine. I love how in single player, Generator doesn't lose gas when you leave the area. Just completely unloads it, does not simulate the time loss. I hope they leave it that way so we can actually have multiple bases. We're a little bit low on gas. Let's top up because we can. Thank you. We're like 420 hours into the save now. Gotten here pretty much entirely on the back of hunting knives being ridiculously strong. Especially after the recent nerf to the stamina system. This was our second attempt at going to 100,000. Our first guy, we got up to 15,000. Chat says we died because I was deaf. I don't think so. I think deaf is a pretty good skill. We died because we got greedy. Same as you die in almost any world. Got greedy, died. This character, we played safe. We learned from the greed of all of our past characters. And we got there. Second attempt. Unfortunately, I went for like a 7-7 start with Stout and Fit, and I really wish I would have gone either Athletic plus Cat's Eyes, because we don't have Cat's Eyes, which sucks, or, you know, for the past like maybe 40,000 kills, I've been thinking, God, we should have just been 0-0. I don't know why we didn't. If we were going to commit this much time to a run, it makes no sense to not be 0-0. Achievement for Zomboids. Get certain skill to level 10, or a certain number of kills. More interesting, kill 10 zombies with different weapons within a minute. Zero to Hero is scary. No, we've done some practice runs with that, and it's like way easier than people give it credit for. To the point that it's kind of boring, so I've started doing Zero to Hero with randomized spawns now, to give it a bit of the old challenge before you figured out a set plan. But if you spawn in Rosewood, it's pretty easy to just walk out of here. And then you walk into very low population cells where you slowly lose zombies. Then you get to this little road here, south of Phallus Lake. You take this road, and then all the zombies get lost when you go down this diagonal. They don't understand these trees. So by the time you come up here to this road, you're on 0 population cells that have no zombies at all. You're right next to one of the best towns to be at. And then you can walk over to the river here, just sit on a chair, and you can grind up your stats in the first couple of weeks. I think it took us 13 in-game days to get 5-6 fitness strength. And we just sat there fishing, gaining weight because we started very underweight. Just doing burpees on a chair and passing time, and that was it. So we ended up being 5-6. Of course, we had to give up the early game, you know, no free water or anything like that, but we're low thirst because we have so many points. We have free fish, so we don't really worry about food. And then we were able to push on Ekron. Super easy and consistent start. But how you doing, Anjito? How's life treating you? Of course, that's if you're willing to play it the boring way where you just exercise until you're strong. It took about 3 real-life hours to do that, to walk from Rosewood over to there, and then, like, you know, basically 2 hours of speeding up time to gain strength. I think starting Rosewood is really good. Yeah. It's one of the easiest towns to escape. I've been trying to start in West Point because I wanted to get to this military biome, or military checkpoint faster. Um, I haven't been able to do it yet. I just gotta learn. I've never spawned in Rosewood before, so I don't know the town, or, sorry, West Point, so I don't know the town that well. Can't seem to survive Moldra at all, though. Moldra's kind of a garbage town, so it's all going to plan. Ugh, Moldra's just trash. It's got, like, very mediocre loot and an ungodly amount of zombies. Like, West Point has a lot of zombies, but it also has a lot of good loot. Every 6 months later run. Can't survive Moldra at all. I think first plan of attack, if you spawn in Moldra randomly, is to leave. And if you're choosing to spawn in Moldra, why? That's literally, like, if you ever look up advice for, like, CD Day Challenge, the first advice is like, alright, now leave Moldra. Escape your house without setting yourself on fire. Get shoes. Leave Moldra. Oh, it's an awful town. Also, isn't insane population just 4 times? 4 to 6 times? That's still a lot, but, like, the game has, like, words for, like, different settings, yeah? How you doing, Doohawk? Welcome back. How's life treating you? It's like 4 times, okay. Is it the one that goes 4 to 6? Is that what CD Day is, or CD Day is its own thing? How you doing, Mixed In? Welcome back. How's life treating you today? But yeah, Rosewood, I think, is the easiest town to just bail. You just get your starting loot and just go. Hope everyone's doing as well. I'm doing okay today. We'll see. LaQueen's, got an appointment, check up at the doctor, so hopefully everything's fine there. Assuming that's true, then we're doing well, too. We're starting to push down a new road. The snow is gone, so we can actually see our roads again. That's fantastic. This is less fantastic. I forgot how there's still bodies everywhere. Just drive real slow, because I don't trust our suspension. Maybe try to get over here, where there's less bodies. Hard to do a kill lane when you've only got a 1-lane road like this. God, so many roads in Japan are just like this. Where it's just... It can fit 1 car, but they make you fit 2 cars. It's not a one-way. We're gonna flip our car. Okay, my guy refused to get out of the car there. Saw somebody else in here. See if we can call him out. I'm not going in the trees. There he is. Check this fence. No sitters. Oh, we got someone coming along the fence. This is still a bad neighborhood. No safety here. But we're doing better on this other street, and I think that's what matters. Let's just park here. So, something I was thinking. Whenever we have a clown car situation, zombies coming across the fence and ending up behind us, if we wanted to prevent that, what we could do, and it might be worth testing, is dropping down like a generator, not right next to the fence, but near it. They're not very loud. But anyone walking over here would try to congregate around here. It's not that many. We're not getting a siren horde. And it would prevent them from hiding in the shadows or anything. Similar to what happens when we leave our car running. Car could do the same purpose if it was close enough. But since I want to rest in the car, I'm going to leave it here. I wonder if that would actually be a strategy. Generators don't use that much electricity if you just let them run. With nothing connected to them, they'll run for like quite a while, a few weeks. So we could just leave that. And I think we came down this road because it's supposed to be lower pop. Fewer zombies than the main roads, and it probably is. But because we're getting that longer distance, it feels like a lot more. Anybody hiding in this fence? Antique, how you doing? How's life treating you? Yeah, we recently were able to speed up our push because we went to a lower population. So it's not as, like, thick of a pile. It's just a lot longer because we're able to actually push farther. You know, get to move the vehicle a couple of times in a day. I could just check our mods, but I don't know if I put on the Aquastar mod. I don't know if we have yachts in this world. That wasn't really a goal of ours, but it could be cool. A yacht would be an excellent place to live while we were attacking this place. So many good places to park, and all length and no girth. There you go, yeah. It's a lot girthier when we were on the main street of Louisville. Let's go check the fence again, see if anybody's hiding. No, just a bunch of trees. That sucks. Next character we do in a long run, I'm probably going to be a lumberjack just so I can knock down these trees faster. And more reliably, because we'll actually have a fire axe on us pretty much all the time. Or not fire axe, but an axe on us. Dude, don't get treed in this game. Anybody else hiding around here? Anyone in the blind? See, that's why I hate this car, but now I love it, because I know that its light bar doesn't get broken. So it sucks that it can hide zombies in a blind spot, but it can keep being a siren without us having to make like a whole bunch of noise traps or something. Noise traps aren't even that loud. Noise makers, whatever. Same thing. My poor little fire truck I found earlier. Ooh. No, that's just one zombie. Electrical needs to be able to fix light bars. They're not even that complicated of machines. Like, I'm not an electrician, but an electrician should be able to fix a little noisemaker on a car easier than they can fix a generator. I can call that guy over here. Maybe get some people around this corner too before we move things. I feel like there's going to be a big influx of zombies popping out around here and through the park area. Parks become increasingly dangerous the longer you live. The more trees that spawn, the more blind spots. So this road probably would have been a really easy clear if you got here earlier. But unfortunately, no, we're coming here like 6 months in. Alright, let's move the car. On the bright side, though, it looks like AutoTsar vehicles that have light bars were not made to take damage. They haven't been updated yet. Drive up to this next driveway and then stop here. There should be plenty of people getting called in. Get into the secret base. Oh, the military base? Is this the world we actually went to part of that? We have something called Secret Z installed, which adds in a couple of military bunkers to make it more interesting exploring the wild. We went to one of them. Was that this save or was that the last one? No, that was this one. So there's, on the way to the secret military base, there's actually like a secret bunker up here. Has a good bit of ammo. It's a really cheesy, good place to live. They've literally got a gas pump inside the house, so it's kind of busted. So we didn't let ourselves live there, but it's fun to visit. You know, it's got a decent library. Um, it's got a few supplies. We stole their flour and stuff, and it's cool to see. It's just fun to have like map mods. But we didn't actually go all the way to the secret base. It would be an absolute nightmare to try to get there on foot. It was a nightmare to get to the place we got to, and the populations get worse as you go deeper into those woods. Luckily, there's no reason to go there, because that place sucks. I can't wait till they add in more basements and things. Oh, yep. Yeah, we got people hopping this fence. Once they add in more basements, I bet you that place is going to be story-rich and important. Like they made the zombies or something. Ooh, I want that Brita's axe in his back, or sickle, whatever it is. Let's try to kill on the left side here. What do you say about the light bar? From the Autotsar mod, I think the vehicles from that, their light bars don't take damage from zombies. So you have as much, so you basically have infinite light bars if you find an Autotsar vehicle. We didn't know that coming in. I didn't know they ever attacked light bars because I always play with vehicle mods. But then we finally found a vanilla vehicle that we needed to go save this vehicle because we messed up. I'll take both of these things. So that's why that fire truck, yeah. This fire truck, basically it'll run until it kills itself. It does take damage from use, but very slow. I think we found it at like 60%. It's down to like maybe 50%, but I mean that's helped us get like 60,000 kills. I'm gonna roleplay that it's just because it's too high for them to hit it. Until we find a smaller vehicle that has the same thing where it doesn't get attacked. I'm gonna get interrupted by ads here in a second. That's annoying. Should have run somewhere we were still at the base, and then they wouldn't be playing now in the daytime. It's okay, we're just walking backwards and stabbing forwards. Yeah, that's why I had no idea. Because I always play with vehicle mods. Like 100% Autostar and Franklin's? The other one? Plus extras. It's kind of sad learning what your mods like unintentionally change. Because I don't think I'd go back. I can't play without vehicle mods now. I like them too much. They make the world feel more alive and interesting. Let me feel like every playthrough is different as I end up in exactly the same car. Psst, psst, psst. How you doing, Buzzin'? Sounds like treating ya. But it's sad. We did find a new truck that I liked, but with the broken light bar on it, I guess there's no point in it anymore. Now it is just a normal vanilla truck. Maybe we'll get a mod that lets us, fix light bars. Because that exists. Would give electrical more of a reason. Would make us stop and get more of these watches. It's so nice seeing, like, reasonable numbers of zombies again. It's been a while. It's probably been like 100 hours since we pulled a siren like this, and it was like, even if we accidentally pulled every zombie on that truck, we'd still be fine. Might have to actually bust out the hunting knife in that case, since we get tired, but Aside from that, we'd be fine. Oh, so I started doing some testing on a lumberjack build with the 10 times durability, since we were turning off Britus, to see if that would make it more, or less annoying to have to keep foraging stone axes without feeling too strong. So far it seems okay. We got up to 3 maintenance and we're still going through like 4 or 5 axes a day. That's a lot of foraging, but it's better than having to go through, I guess, 40 or 50. I don't know how the mod works. It's clearly not 10 times, because there's no way I'd be going through 40 axes. But it's definitely increasing the durability somehow. I'm wondering if the 10 times just means that it's adding 10 to, like, the chance to lose, so instead of having, like, a 1 in 5, it has a 1 in 15. I mean, it all depends on how it's coded. I think we can clear up this first siren before lunch and just move it again. Just keep pushing down. We're already here. I think we'll basically get to the gas station on the next push, or just about. And we'll be at the distillery before we know it, and then hitting the thing. And Maligator, how you doing? No, we don't have multi-hit. If you type in exclamation PZ settings, you can actually see all of our settings. Baseline Apocalypse, but changing it up to 16 times, and some stuff. How are we not overheating? It's winter. This is January 21st. How you doing, Crazy Pierogi? How's life treating you? Our snow just vanished, like yesterday or the day before that. We had a rainstorm come in. But it is 31 degrees outside. Wait, what? Oh my god, did our bot leave the channel again? Is it not here? 'Cause that's the right command. They did this to me the other day. Why is it doing this now? That's the only reason we're wearing clothes. Normally just rock naked, don't get hit. What I think we're gonna start doing is we're gonna leave our clothes in like the glove box or something, depending on how much they weigh. Let me get rid of these zombies and I'll try to fix the bot. It must have left our channel again. Is I'm going to leave our clothes in like the glove box, and whenever we go inside a building, I can put on the clothes. We can afford to be hot for a little bit, and it gives us protection if somebody comes out of the corner or something, or potentially gives us protection. Oh, no, never mind, it worked. Ah, you put 3 T's, thank you. Good eye. I mean, I guess I just have to scan chat. No, it was just like maybe 2 or 3 streams ago, our bot just like left the channel. We had to go kick him and then re-invite him. So I was worried it just happened again. But given that's only happened like once in the past like 4 years, I guess it's pretty rare. Yeah, mostly stuff to get us started in the run quicker. Plus 2-hour days I love. Reduced corpse despawn time and corpse sickness, so we can actually fight without having to like take breaks. Basically things to let us be more productive. We've only seen the nauseous Moodle, like, once this playthrough. Coincidentally, I've only seen one zombie stand up out of this pile, so I think the fact that they're despawning faster makes that more rare. Because that's an insanely low number. We've killed 100,000 something, and we've only ever seen one person get back up. So I think they're despawning before most of them have a chance to roll the dice to see if they come back. Unintended consequence. Yeah. If it's 1%, we should have seen, you know, 1,000 or something by now. You know, over 1,000. I've seen one. Or at least I've only noticed one. I guess it's possible some of them got up and we just killed them the next day and didn't realize they were part of the pile. We thought they were migration or something. But I don't think so. We'd be consistently seeing about 1% of these zombies standing back up over the course of the next few days that we come back here. I think that our despawn time is messing that up. That's my hunch anyways. Well, we haven't actually played that many worlds that weren't 16 times with the faster despawn time since that change happened. Hey ASD, how you doing? How's life treating you? It'd be worth to switch to Osabot. Time for really fast moving chats, but it's definitely very consistent. The only downside is that it wants features to be slimmer, but you don't seem to be using any of those anyways. Maybe. We're not really a faster chat, though. Kind of have the philosophy, if it's not broke, don't fix it, but if we start having more problems with stream elements, we'll look at a different thing. It still shocks me how much damage your vehicle takes with low vehicle damage on. You drive through like one horde of zombies and you're still gonna total your hood. On 16 times. There's just too many. At all times. So if you ever want a chance of being able to drive on a road that's not perfectly clear, like we're doing ironically, I feel like that's pretty much a necessity. Your 10, 11, 12 hotkey on your mouse? No. I think you can access those by pressing shift in a button. But I've never had to hotkey those. Most of the buttons that happen there are things you don't need to interact with. 11 and 12 are both bottles. You know, you auto drink, so that doesn't do anything. Flashlight you can interact with F. Balloon you don't do anything with. Utility slot, I still don't know what that is. Plushie slot you don't do anything with. I guess item slot 5, if you wanted to, could be something. That's probably 0 button, though. True. Mostly shill for it because it's open source and I like the dev, but it's dev superior in terms of consistency. That's kind of funny, though, because I've never heard of a bot not working in Twitch. It didn't not work, it just left one day. Like, we've had it on the channel for, like, you know, probably 7 years or something. And then, yeah, maybe we had issues with it before that I don't remember, but just like the other day, it was just gone. Stream Elements was just not in our chat, and I went to like the website. It's like, he's still in your chat. It's like, no, he's not. So we had to like kick him and then re-invite him, and that's all it took. It fixed it. First time it's done that, as far as I know. When have you ever heard of something working on Twitch? Ouch. And how you doing, Ruger? How's life treating you? Really, I don't like these slots. I wish I could hide them. Like if the mod maker. If Peach wanted to add in something where you could like click to hide a slot, I would do that for almost all of these. Because it just makes you too heavy. You get a very minor weight reduction for having... Where is my character? Oh, there we are. We're blending in. You get a very minor weight reduction for having something equipped, and it's just not worth it. I'd rather just keep it in my bag and, you know, equip it to the belt when we have time. Oh god, there is no good place to put this bench down. Alright, here is fine. Should go along the river, eliminate zombie migration from one side. That's what we're doing now. So the river is like right behind these houses. The siren's pulling people from the river. So we shouldn't have to worry about anyone from the left. That's actually why we came over to here in Louisville. And how you doing, Kudos? How's life treating you? We left the main street in favor of this, and I think we made the right choice. This is definitely fewer zombies, and we're not having to worry about migration like at all. Where are we? Yeah, see? Like, we're right here. So a siren's easily pulling from the river. So shouldn't have to worry about anyone from the left or any of these trees. Originally, we've been pushing down the center road, and that was probably a mistake. But maybe it was worth it, because we did get to go to the VHS store and get that Carzon episode. So that's nice. And there's a few other places that are worth looting here. Like, they're actually not just houses. There's residential and the Gigamart with a gas station, stuff like that. So I think it was worth pushing this way. Down here, though, it's nothing but residential. We don't need the library anymore. The rest of this is just school for garbage. There's nothing else we needed. I don't even... What is that, though? That might be important. I don't know what this one is. But we didn't need any of this that I saw. So we're just going here since we don't need anything. Do you think electrician is a good job in PZ? No, it's garbage. They're going to have to rebalance occupations and traits. It's fun for roleplay, I'm sure. But no, it's garbage. At best, you could see it as a class that can take illiterate, and that gives you +4 points. But then you're just an illiterate person who starts with knowledge of generators and a skill that's mostly useless. I guess you can move ovens on day 1. No, it's in a really bad spot. Love ChatGPT. Asked if it could write a mod for PZ. It said no. Then I asked it to write one to repair light bars, and now it's writing one. Doubt it actually works, but at least it's trying. Caveman thought to use generators, yeah. Although, they said in the next update, with a high enough electrician skill, you will be able to just repair generators and use generators anyways. You won't have to find the magazine. Which sounds like an amazing change, like, ooh. Ooh. Am I gonna start going illiterate? Is that in the future for Misto? 8 points. It's a lot of points, but not ever having a generator is a deal breaker. Into discussion. It's all gonna come down to what level that electrician you need to get to unlock generators. Because if you're illiterate, that means you can't read the books to speed up that grind. It's gonna be a very slow grind. And if it's something like level 7, you're not gonna get there without books anyways. It's a pipe dream. So I'd say no on that. We did find, I think we found all but like 2 maps for Louisville. Yeah, I think there's like 1, 2, 3 maybe. Or 4. Or maybe it's 1, 2. How big are the maps? I think we've got most of them. But yeah, you get a lot of them off of bodies and stuff. No generators, extremely slow leveling up grind. No herbalist. Extremely limited crafting. What do you need herbalist for? Herbalist sucks. Don't eat random stuff. Just eat fish. Oh god, it means fewer cooking recipes though. Well, no, if you're a burger flipper, you start with the recipes. You're fine. You still make everything. And how you doing, Kadumi? How's life treating you? Guess that means no lemongrass to help if you start getting nauseous. That is until fish get nerfed. I'm calling it a nerf. It's going to be a change. It'll probably be more fun, but it's definitely going to be weaker. Exactly what happened to foraging. Foraging got so much weaker when they changed the system. It was more interesting, but you get fewer resources, especially things that you need for, like, axes and stuff. Somehow Burger Flipper is better than a chef. Yeah, chef is another class that they got to do a lot of work on. Why does it cost, like, 6 more points than Burger Flipper? And it just gives you +1 cooking. Like, you could literally take Burger Flipper and then the cooking perk to start at 4 cooking, and you'd still have 2 more points than a chef. Won't playtest the mod. There already is. Yeah, yeah. There's already a light bar repair. It already exists. Some tedious work, but it's relatively simple. Good luck. Hopefully things go well on it. We're here to keep you occupied through the tedium. Make sure we get most of these people out of the park. So we're not going to go that far up. Still people at that house, interesting. I parked in front of your driveway. How did you not know where to go? Oh god, the trees. I hate the trees. Where'd they go? Where are you? Oh, they're trying to walk through the bush. Oh, it's Raven Creek, girl. I need the chaos. Oh, we gotta do Raven Creek soon. 100% we're gonna have Raven Creek in our next playthrough, even if we don't spawn there. Pay attention to me! I need attention! Just walking away from me, just total disrespect. Is thin skin literal? Yes. Yes, it's not like we're more sensitive to people making fun of us. Is that what you mean by literal? It has to do with bites having a higher chance of breaking skin. Because sometimes a zombie will make an attempt at you and you can push them off without getting injured. With thin-skinned, you increase that chance of getting killed. Decently, but, you know, don't get hit. Zombie did damage to you, and that damage was disrespect. How dare they? How dare they? Zomboid said, no, I've seen what you do to other zombies. I just want to go check out the cool wee-woo. They did D10 emotional damage there, and they natural crit. The nat 10 on that. You can have either thin-skinned literal or being thin-skinned. Would be funny multiplayer malice. We just go frying pan. God, obese sucks so bad. I don't think I can make it work in a reasonable time frame. Is it worth the extra 4 points over very underweight? I guess it depends on how you use said 4 points. Is that why you're not in America? Yeah. Because I tried last night, and because we're out in the wild, I guess I could try to forage berries, but we don't have herbalists, so we can't eat most of them. No, we got obese people in Japan too. We've discovered the magic of refined sugar and breads. We just pretend we haven't. You ever get sick walking over the bodies? You can. We have reduced corpse sickness, which means that we basically have to be like sleeping on top of the bodies for like hours and hours on end for it to mean anything. As long as we, like, step a few feet away, breathe some fresh air like over here, we're good to go. Normally, you gotta get, like, 15 tiles away and all of that. How you doing, Rubber Ducky? Welcome back. But no, I find corpse sickness, for the most part, tedious. We don't turn it off, because I don't want to be able to, like, sleep in a house full of corpses. This isn't a Rob Zombie movie. But I also would like to be able to spend most of my day fighting, not trying to, like, stay away from where I previously fought. Isn't obese kind of a bonus if exploited properly, allowing you to eat less nothing? No, because of the way the food system in this works. You have calories and hunger are divorced stats. So you have to eat because you'll literally die of hunger even if you're full on calories. But you won't die from negative calories as long as you keep your hunger satiated. And when the only food you can eat is fish, and fish have a huge amount of calories for a tiny amount of hunger, you need to eat a lot of fish to keep your hunger up, but you're gaining weight from it. Which is why it's so good to eat fish whenever you're doing very underweight. If you're stuck out in the woods, that's basically the only thing you can eat is fish. It's too slow trying to find berries, and most of them are poisonous. Or not most of them, but they could be poisonous. There's no way to tell the difference unless you start with the herbalist trait, or get really lucky in your spawn house and have the magazine. Like obese for winter starts. I need low-calorie things. My problem is I don't have any low-calorie things. I only have fish. With the character I'm trying right now, not Mama Dalton, we're fine. It doesn't matter for her. But I'm trying to make obese work because I want to take hearty appetite. You can't take hearty appetite and be very underweight because logically that doesn't make sense. If you love eating and you have to eat a lot, how did you get to be, like, nearly emaciated? What is the flexibility of cabbage? God, I wish they just grew wildly in the woods. With all the fighting, you will burn through calories fast. I can't burn... I've tried. Like, I'm almost gaining weight. I've lost 1 kilo in, like, 4 days on that character. And you can lose, like, up to a kilo a day. And I knew that was a pipe dream. I was hoping for at least half a kilo a day. But now I'm almost up to the point where I'm gaining weight again. Yeah, fish are just really high calorie. They completely break the weight gain system. You just need, like, a couple of fish a day and you could actually maintain your weight. But then you'd have to constantly fish and eat the fish. And that's on 16 times. Same settings. God, no, I gotta go get the gun. The whole point of going this route was... Alright, I'll leave this on to run some people. I'm gonna go get our gun. I hate these little fences in Louisville. You could sit there and stab them to death if you really hate yourself and your time. Get off the bodies. I'm paranoid. Or burn them? No, I'm not doing the burning. I want to keep my burns at 0. I feel like if you're doing burns, to me anyways, like why not just lower the population to the point that you don't need to do burns or don't feel like you need to do burns? Because that's all you're doing. With a burn, you're clearing out a large percent of the population, and then you're fighting what's left over. Like why not just lower it to what was left over anyways? Hey Shamu, how you doing? How's life treating you? Good mod that lets me use much less calories because I tried relying on 2 to 4K. Oh, tired of relying on that. Because of the fence? I guess that's true, yeah. You can't actually throw a Molotov over a fence, though, and fire does burn metal fences. So you'd be burning down your metal fence that's caging in the zombies, and then spreading the fire, and then having all those zombies chase you. So that might be the reason to not use it there. Is it possible to make 0 zombie spawn? I think so. Do you mean like 0 ever? Like at the start of the game? Or like kill everyone so there's 0 left? Pretty sure you can just play this as The Sims. Just set initial population to 0 and population peak to 0. And there'll just never be zombies. And you can just like chill and play The Sims. And focus on survival. I mean, you could even make that more interesting than I'm making it sound by doing something like throwing on cryogenic winter and making that, making that the challenge, trying to actually survive that way. And Puspa, you doing? How's life treating you? This is sandbox mode, yes. Occasionally zombies would still spawn because of something unknown. Oh, yeah, they'll probably spawn from events. And maybe inside of houses. Because the multiplier only affects how many zombies spawn wildly outside in the world. It doesn't affect how many are inside a house. So you don't have 16 times as many people inside every building, thank goodness. It doesn't affect events, as far as I can tell. So like if you find a little backpack horde, it'll still have the same number of zombies, like 15 or 16. That's how many are always there when you find that one survivalist with a good backpack. I don't think it increases the number of zombies that are inside of like other events, like car crashes and stuff, but sometimes zombies can get picked up and group with them, but they weren't actually part of it, they were just nearby zombies. That's like trying to find a sledgehammer. Alright, where is our gun? Okay, gun, it's time. I hear that if you set zombies to 0, the indoor zombies should also be 0, but it's more like 0.01%. Oh, okay, so they did put in some catch thing for that if people actually want to play with no zombies. Because that would have to be making it different than the normal multipliers. But I guess that's easy. I mean, it's a specific exception of 0. That's all they would have to account for. I don't like the way that zombie's laying down. What did I do here? Why is everyone killed on this little angle? If it is such a tiny number of zombies, you could also just turn off infection just in case you do get jump scared by that super rare 1 in a million zombies that does show up. And then even if you get bit, you'll be fine. Just, you know, push them off and stomp them. We are wet and unpleasantly hot, but we're cooling down. Let's walk, let's save some stamina. Be interesting to play PZ 10 years later, insanely rare, but it's 0.001% zombies that are OP sprinters, open doors, and has a follow range of 1,000 tiles, oh god. That sounds brutal. Door open and sprinters. Oh, there's a challenge for you. Does anyone remember that, like, dumb meme wish about, like, I don't know, you get a bajillion dollars, but there's a tiny snail that constantly follows you, and if it ever catches up to you, you die? You could set that up in Zomboid, probably, with a mod. Just have one zombie that always knows where you are, they can only walk, and they always walk directly towards you. But if they ever catch up to you, they start sprinting, and they can instantly kill you. Like, they can't be killed. So all you can do is try to avoid them. I'm on a PZ run where there is a nemesis enemy from RE3. I tried them once. Absolutely terrifying for even the hardest of players. Isn't that something like Jack does or whatever? I think he hung out here a few times talking about his door opening sprinters. I was like, nah. It follows mod. Is that already a mod? I would not doubt it. God, this community is so up on doing everything. I hate all these trees here. You'd think that if it was winter and they didn't have leaves, it'd be easier to see through them, but no, they still block the same amount of vision. Trying to set up Undead Legacy Run, going... that is survivalist, always sprinting zombies in feral sense on a day. It was so close to actually being enjoyable. Wait, oh no, that means it's not enjoyable though. Almost isn't. Uh-oh. You just trying to tweak the settings and get them right? I really hate this little corner I've created with the blind spot of our truck and a tree. Sadly not the case, since the coding aspect, you just change the sprite of the tile. Maybe one day. How many zombies do you have to kill to clear Louisville? I should just make a command for this map. We gotta kill that many. Feel free to do the math. It's a lot of zombies, then that is only the outdoor zombies. It does not include all the zombies that are inside places. I've been told the hospital itself has like 2,000 or 3,000 or something inside the building. On just normal pop, probably 1,000. I don't think it's that high. The mall has a butt ton of zombies on the inside, all the malls. Now that map is not exact because the game kind of randomizes where stuff goes. But it gives you a good idea of how hot an individual cell is, how it's going to pull zombies and their initial population and whatnot. Where are we doing? Where are we? I feel like Feral Sense would make sense if 7 Days had 0 spawn cells like PC does. Yeah, probably. Can't catch a break ever, yeah. Yeah, it's basically just trying to sit as quiet as you can at night or daytime. So the yes amount, yeah, there's quite a few. Can you walk through a trash can? No, trash can is a blocker. Okay, so what we're gonna do... God, I hate approaching this many zombies in the world. I'm so scared. Look at this guy. He's not even in the fence visually. We know this is all just gonna glitch up one day and get us. It's a lot less than 600k. Seems like we already cleared a fair bit. It is... Don't forget, that does not include indoor zombies. And Louisville has a lot of indoor zombies. Like, I think the hospital has at least 1,000 indoors. That is just the outside zombies. Woo! Here. I've been told that on default spawn, Louisville has about half the zombies of the entire map. I don't know if that's true. Ooh, they really like that trash can. Must be a limited edition like R2-D2 one or something. Are you ready? Oh, no, I can't shoot. We're not ready. I lied. I'm not ready. I don't think you guys are ready here. Let's have some beta blockers. We need pills. It's too scary. It's a lot of zombies right next to some trees. Wait till the fear goes down. Okay, now shoot. Dude, I can't imagine using Britos on, like, a normal population pool. Like, what if that was just your default weapon? I have to use all my ammo to just kill people stuck on the other side of a fence. I can't afford to use it on the walkers on the streets. But what if you had just way fewer zombies? It's the gamer trash can. It's got that limited edition gamer juice. I thought you said RGB. It could be, yeah. Could be the RGB. Just like our light pack in Sons of the Forest. They really liked the sound of that gun. Because it's pulling a lot more zombies. Turns out that might be a much louder gun than our last one. M60 confirmed for Garbo? Who cares? We're pulling out more zombies. That's actually good for us. Oh, did that person slip through the fence, or did they just walk along the fence to get here? They probably just walked along the fence. Being paranoid. We got more people coming. Yeah, it's still like 250k at tops. Will you play this character until you die? Until we die or get bored. I can't yell while reloading. It takes all of my focus. So that person's just gonna go that way. I think we'll play this character until we meet an end. Because I kind of owe that to the people getting invested in her. I mean, we're like 400 hours deep in this. We might end up living at one of these mansions. I don't know which one. We gotta get the bunny ears, yeah. I mean, we found some bunny ears, but they're the modded ones. I want the vanilla ones because they're more rare and they've got more clouts to them. Right? It's like getting that Louis Vuitton bag. We gotta get the fancy name brand and spend way too much money on it, and then we can tell people that you should be impressed. This is a $5,000 bag. You've seen knockoffs of this bag. Not everyone has this bag here. You should be impressed. God, that guy gets to live rent-free in my head for the rest of my life now. LV bag for 5k. What are you? What are you, poor? Pavo. I got a fortune cookie bag. Bag that looks like food. Why? Because I'm rich and you're Pavo. That's what's with my Louis Vuitton wallet. As long as you're not rubbing it in people's faces and telling them that this should impress them. That's the only thing with this guy that stood out to me. Do you guys know that story? I know some people on channel do, because I tell it a lot. Because it's funny to me now in hindsight. I guess we'll just tell it again, because I got nothing else to do while I'm just walking backwards and stabbing forwards. Oh, did they only just break out of that house? No, they're probably breaking into the house and then out of it again. It's like a chain of zombies coming this way. So like when I was new to Japan, maybe my first or second year, we went to like the pub that we always do, Torikizoku, and there was like a new guy there who he was new to our area, wasn't new to Japan. And like he pulled out his bag and then, you know, somebody was like, "Oh, that's a nice bag." And then I didn't know anything about bags, so I was like, "Oh yeah, that must be like a really popular brand over here. You know, you see that a lot here. What is it?" And then he's like, "No, you've seen knockoffs of this bag. This is a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag or $10,000 Louis Vuitton bag. You should be impressed." Also, Brit is fun. Sadly, my guns are usually the favorited one, and then people think I only use firearms. Somehow, only firearms or spears on 8 times pops. Leaked! Yeah, I don't know. Part of my family is that type of rich, and I just don't get it. Guess you gotta spend your money on something. Do you, though? But this was the first time I ever met this guy, and he literally told me, like, I should be impressed, and was, like, flexing how expensive his bag was. And I was like, I come from a poor farm family, so I'm like, alright, I don't think we're gonna be friends. So I just like finished my beer and leave. Was he Japanese? No. No, he was a political science major from the U.S. who came here to teach because he was bored and too wealthy. What I think actually happened, from what other people told me, is he actually came here wife hunting. Because once he got married, someone from the Philippines, by the way, not a Japanese person, but once he got married, he just left the country, like both of them. Because he's already wealthy. Like, his family was loaded. And then he has, like, a guaranteed job in politics. I don't know where you get paid in politics, but he left here to go make six figures because he just got bored of being poor once he got married. But I guess it worked for him. Yeah, that would have surprised me. Most Japanese folks would sink into the floor of shame. No, I don't think you know enough Japanese folks. If that was a Japanese person, they would have just been genuinely confused. Like, wait, what? You've never heard of Louis Vuitton? Really? I thought this was like... I thought everyone knew this. Isn't this like a popular thing? I bought this because I thought it was popular. Is it not? Do people not know that I spent my money on this? Did they lie to us? Is this like a Japanese scam? Is this not popular overseas? But I've seen it in movies. Oh, but were those Japanese movies? Oh, yeah, they'd be like self-doubting, was it actually worth it? Like they wouldn't tell you should be impressed. They would have that self-doubt like, "Wait, is this impressive? Maybe it's not. How does this American not know what this is?" Rich people trying to get an ego boost because majority of what they get is fake. Oof. Oof. No, that, and I know that sounds like I'm making up that chat. I had that exact conversation almost verbatim for someone about an eraser. An eraser. It was a speech impediment. Why you're doing this to me? A mono branded eraser. Mono. It's like the most common brand in Japan. Basically, everyone knows it. It would be like not knowing a Bic pen if you lived in the U.S. You may not have one, but you know it. You probably used it at some point in your life. You've seen it everywhere. It's like the most common thing ever. It's just, it's a stationary, whatever. Um, and they were like, "Wait, you don't know mono? Is this not a global thing?" Like they were confused because they practically use mono as an alternative word for eraser. Like you would say Kleenex for a tissue paper or facial tissue, whatever you call it. And they were like so confused. Like, how do you not know this brand? It's social signaling. At least when you are rich. You only deal with others of the same class, and it's an easy way to signal to each other. That's why rich things don't have labels. I'm not crapping you. Those people look down on people who wear Louis Vuitton unless they are in fashion. Yeah, I always thought, like, if you had something, you didn't need to show it off, right? Oh, are we out of bullets? Is that it? Oh, no. We have 3/3. What? Reload. Oh, okay. It's just reloading. Oh, that was something my dad always tried to teach me, is like, the biggest dog doesn't have to bark. It's always the little dogs that have to bark, right? I would imagine that's true for almost anything. Like, if you're actually good at a game, you don't need to be, like, yelling at people, "I'm good at this, I'm good at this." Like I do in every game I play. Since I'm just garbage. Um, I swear I should be better after 900 hours. Whereas, like, someone who's actually good at the game doesn't need to, like, go chest thumping and trying to show off and tell people they should be impressed. Be a Giga Chad rich person and hire people to make fully customized and personalized stuff. See, that probably sounds like it would be impressive, but I bet you it would be less impressive. Like, that's not the way we work as people, even if that is efficient and... You can neck stab through a fence? Oh, that's cool. That's awful, but it's cool. Good thing they can't drag down through a fence. I'm gonna come all the way over to this forest. We'll pull them out here. I think more people are gonna get stuck on this fence corner. Good thing we still have the gun. Our brain just totally farted. It's already made of jello. Now it's one of those slime goops that you just like when you touch. Does anyone remember those from kids? Was that just the low class like me? Probably rich people don't know what that is. They don't get to have fun in their lives. They just get to have fancy stuff. But we had this like putty that you would put into a plastic cup and then you would like push on it and it would make fart noises. That was my generation's version of slime. Now kids just make it out of glue. God, when did that become so popular? Was that a pandemic thing? Because, like, the slime craze hit hard. No, it had to be pre-pandemic. I had kids doing that when I was teaching. I was still teaching in 2018. Kids just do anything for amusement. As we all should. I've been thinking about this quote since I saw it on a train the other day. But it's like one of Picasso's quotes, where he talked about like how he spent most of his early life learning how to paint like a classical painter and be a professional and all these techniques and the old artists and stuff like that. And then he spent almost all of his adult life trying to unlearn that. So that he could actually be a good painter and go back to being like, you know, painting with the joy of a child. It's like we should really all take that approach for most things in life. Why do we have to get serious and all that? Why not just enjoy? I think most just start taking drugs way earlier. Accessibility stuff. Wait, what? I'm talking about like 8-year-olds. I hope you're not. I guess that depends on, you know, what you're calling a drug. 'Cause, like, caffeine is a drug. Most of us probably had that by 8. It's such a commonly, like, socially acceptable drug that calling it a drug seems, like, weird. Like, it doesn't sound right on the ears. Like, wait, my coffee that I have in the morning is a drug? Like, yeah. Yeah, it is. You can get dependent on it too. You can have withdrawals from it. It's just straight up a drug. No, I'm not 8 years old, but yeah. Well, that isn't a common age these days anymore. My grandfather started smoking around 6. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is going to be annoying to deal with. They don't know how to get around this. Ooh, that's a few zombies. Interesting. Yeah, not that many. Oh, that's a few. Wait, how many are coming? Turn around. Go back. No, they want to tussle with my muscles. Okay. I mean, I'd have to guess, like, how old your grandfather is. But I'm guessing that was just a different time. Back when they could still use, like, cartoons to advertise stuff. Hopefully we know better now. What if destroy fence? I've considered it for places like this, especially after we get the initial clear. I don't mind dealing with zombies when they're like in front of me. I don't like it whenever zombies are grouped up somewhere on the other side of a fence. But if we opened the fence before they grouped up, they could pile out like anyone else. That does become a opening that's going to be a clown car later on, though. If that makes sense. You know, when I'm backpedaling, that opening I put in the fence makes it vulnerable. Also, as far as gated communities go, I think that was a good one. We saw it on the map, but I haven't lived in Louisville before. Probably still better to just live at a mansion. But if you had like a whole multiplayer thing going on, I think that area over there is pretty well boxed in. Which is why the guys are stuck. They don't know how to get out and come around. Walking backwards and stabbing forwards, it's all we ever do. We're gonna make an honest man out of our title soon. Unless something bad happens. It only took us 90 minutes to actually get up to the number we said we had. I forgot where we left off, so I just rounded. It'll be true at some point, unless we die. I love how we are at a kill count so high that rounding up by 1,000 doesn't feel like a dirty lie. You know, if you're at 10 zombies and you round up to, I've killed about 1,000, that's wrong. That's false. If you're at like 2,000 zombies, you round up to 3. That's still pretty wrong. Like, you know, half. But at 100,000, that's like a 1% margin of error. Oh, I don't think he had seen any cartoons at that age. He grew up deep in the Alps in the 50s. People just took the, Did they know it was a health risk back then? I mean, the 50s was like the heyday for tobacco, wasn't it? See how many people are stuck at this trash can again. I might kill these and then move the trash can up closer to where we are, but I don't know if we'll be able to put it down. The wolves are out. Get away from these trees. Shouldn't be sprinting. Oh god. There's so many zombies, always. Ah, right. Yes, the gun is loud. That, Did not think that action through. And the siren's probably off, so this is almost certainly every zombie that was at that car. Mistakes have been made, mostly by other people, but occasionally by me. Who can I blame for this that isn't me? No need for shouting, you're right. Sure like fighting with reduced nimble speed, eh? Wait, what? I mean, I wish I could reduce my nimble speed. How do I do that? I mean, they probably did to some extent, but old farmers there still spray concentrated glyphosate without a mask on, so I guess they don't care. Gotta toughen out that cancer. Become over-encumbered. Boom. Oh yeah, that's fine. We're too fast right now. I want to go back down to about level 5 nimble speed. Although maybe level 10 will be like mind-blowingly awesome. We're getting close. 82 more? Almost. Roundup. Ah, okay. Oh, they're spread out like... Oh, they're back into the trees and everything. No, I'm gonna have to run the siren again. The whole group spread out for the guns. They might be out in the trees and everything. Could be back in the mansions, too. Didn't feel like it was that long. How did you guys get there already? It's almost like it halves the time it takes. And consider, we're still 400... We're going to look at our actual time, because we started this around 500 hours in the game. We'll see what our time to get this was. But it seems kind of crazy it took 400 hours on double XP, so it would take 800 hours without double XP. That is nuts. Get away from the trees. Should have been at least 5,000 hours. Yeah, it's hard to be nimble. Ooh, yeah. We got people in the trees and stuff. I don't want to be fighting while hungry. Let's try to get this person gone. Hop in here, have cabbage. There we go, get our strength back. Wait, wasn't there hunting knife like right here? There it is. Give me that. Can the rifles they carry a bayonet? There definitely is a bayonet mod in this. I've never seen it. They probably could be upgraded. Even only 1.5 times XP. I've only gotten level 10 after 2 years. Though I could have gotten it faster if I didn't use guns so much. Yeah, I think that's another big difference, is with knives, I spend a lot more time backpedaling. I spend almost no time resting. So it takes me a similar time, maybe slightly less actual time, to kill a group of zombies. But I'm doing more of that time while moving. Whereas if you're used to using something like spears or axes, you're going to be killing the zombies individually faster, but then spending time resting. So that's helped a lot. Plus, we just spend a lot of time walking like this, spinning around. Probably more than common. Especially thanks to Teddy. Ever since we played that death playthrough, now I just spin. Got people in the trees, of course we do. Why wouldn't we? Hey, we broke the 110. Nice. That means we're only like 1,000 zombies away from 1111111. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Random milestones are fun. Any reason you're not using the katana? Does it exhaust you too much? Yes. So you can actually see on the far left our stamina is the white bar, and our sleepiness is the yellow bar. Whenever I hit that first line on the white bar, which is going down, I instantly lose 50% damage. When I hit that first bar on the yellow one going up, I instantly lose another 50% damage. Multiplicatively. So I don't want to hit those breakpoints if I can afford it. The katana takes a lot of stamina, the knife takes essentially 0. That bar is not even moving, the white one. So because we're kind of low and I'm already getting close to being sleepy, we go light stamina. Because the lower the white bar is, the faster the yellow bar fills up. And the hotter you are, the faster it fills up, or the colder, if you're at an uncomfortable temperature. Which swinging heavy weapons makes you build up body heat when you're wearing heavy clothes like I am since it's winter. That could just, you know, it creates that feedback of gaining fatigue. That and hunting knife is our favorite weapon. I'm using the katanas because it's fun to one-shot zombies, but... This is also what I believe is our most efficient weapon. We never have to rest. See, it is a very complicated system that most people don't understand. Because it's not very well explained to the player. It's just something you realize, like, oh man, I'm getting tired and stuff, and you probably wouldn't even realize the connection between being hot and getting the exhaustion loop. Like, one of the game scientists for this had to, like, explain that to people in a fairly recent video. The Retinaru guy. I'd like to clear up this this car one more time before we leave, and then we'll start heading back. It's already 7. It will start to be longer days that we can actually see, but let's not take any chances. It's going to be a rough drive home. A lot of bodies. I do like how this game basically has systems that make sense. You know, the more uncomfortable you are, the more tired you're going to get. If you're carrying too much stuff, you get tired faster. And you get sleepy faster the more tired you are. Like, it all makes sense intuitively. But, like, trying to look at every system and game all the systems and be like, oh, okay, so now, later in the day, I need to swing a lighter weapon so that I build up less body heat so I can make the most of the last, like, 10% of fatigue I have. And, like, we only have these bars because of a mod. Normally you don't see them, so you wouldn't even know you're getting close to tired. Which is weird. They give you no warning. You don't get a warning that you're about to drop 50% damage because you're almost tired. Or 50% damage because you're almost sleepy. It just drops those on you like, boom, deal with it, nerd. I can definitely tell when I'm getting more tired than not. You can feel it. You should have a general indication. Sometimes sleepiness does creep up on you. That's possible. Alright, we'll leave this here. Let's head home. If I see any people on the fence, we'll try to shoot them. If the game will let me. It decided he's too close to that wall, so he can't be shot. It's cover. Not going near the trees. Screw trees. Trees are death. So you pull a couch out of your backpack. How you doing, Bigelow? How's life treating you? Yeah, this game's realistic. So you pull a couch out of your backpack. Why is the piano stool the lightest thing? Because encumbrance is not just weight. It's like how unwieldy it would be to carry around. And a piano stool seems pretty fragile. So you couldn't just shove that in anywhere. Why is the folding chair not the lightest chair? That should be the most convenient one. You should be able to strap that to your backpack. They're going for realism. Was piano stool at a fanny pack? Yeah, I'm organized, so it's okay. That explains it. I'm organized, therefore I can fit a piano in here. Piano stool, specifically. How you doing, Bigelow? How's life treating you? Let's get home. Tomorrow's gonna be garbage weather, so some of these bodies should despawn by then on the road that we have to drive. So hopefully we can get here easier. That's the only downside with this is I can't really get my car close to where we're killing because the line is just so long. At least this is a 2-lane road. Right, I finally got a grand piano. Ooh, congrats. Do they actually have like a bigger piano, or do you just mean a piano in general? Is there a fancier piano like hiding in Louisville? We gotta get to the art museum here. There's so much art in there. And I want it all. Need it all. Or at least some of it. Yeah, see, these are starting to turn to skeletons. Actually, it looks like this road might have cleared. No, skeletons still. It's trying. It'll be cleared by the time we come back in 2 days. The country club, which most people don't know. Dun dun dun. Grand pianos are the ones with the lid you have to put up. Oh, I think is that only at the country club? I think I've seen. The skeletons still make us bounce, and our suspension is not very good on this. It's a beautiful black, and it's a whole 6 tile. Oh, that's gonna take some space in a base. Jeez. Here I am, just planning how I can steal a fancy toilet from the art museum. Alright, thank goodness a lot of these bodies faded today. That's the benefit of 2 days disposal. But we can kinda drive home. I'm still gonna go slow just in case. No, we should be good. There were no bodies over here. Rest in peace, my vanilla fire truck. If only your light bar didn't get instantly destroyed with one crowd of zombies. Majority of my furniture is outside. We're gonna need a bigger base. That's kind of why I like the place that we based up at. It gives us like 2 buildings. And we're going to be expanding so we can, you know, have some space outside. Not just for crops, but put some art out there. Maybe some statues. Mannequins, things like that. By most, I mean 306 toilets. Hopefully you put the fancy toilet somewhere special. For those who don't know, there's a fancy toilet on the 2nd floor or 3rd floor of the art museum in Louisville. It's up on like a podium. Right in the middle. King of the toilets. King Crapper. It is kind of funny that sometimes people argue about one thing being realistic or unrealistic in this game. And it's just a game. They've got to do whatever's fun. Because, like, there's so many things that are obviously unrealistic, and it has to be that way to make it gamey. Hey, Hylites, how you doing? How's life treating you? Welcome back. It's all realistic until you think about the part that you didn't want to think about. Life treated me a couple of dry figs. Like a dried fig? Like the fruit being dried, or is this a metaphor? Quite nice? Okay. Oh, good to hear. Hopefully things keep going well. Is it weird that I don't like mangoes, but I love dried mangoes? Never figured that one out. Mango juice, I guess, is fine, but the mango itself is like, eh. Dried mangoes are fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So we left around 7. It looks like we're almost to another 2-hour commute just to get back to Ruby gas station. But part of the reason we're clearing this road is we could take over one or so of these mansions and make that another outpost. It's about to be spring. We could easily get crops off the ground there. We're right next to a gas station, too. If we clear all this area, we'll have access to that. PZ question, is it even possible to live off fish only, no farming cans or foraging, and maintain weight? I mean, yeah. You only have to walk like 20 tiles down to get new, availability or whatever it's called. It's just the little bar that goes down the more fish you catch. You just gotta move slightly down and it'll be back up to 100%. It's based on where you fished previously. I keep gaining weight. Oh, you're talking about not gaining weight. Yeah. That's tough. That's the problem. I don't know. I think fish are just absurd calories right now. And they don't give enough hunger. That's the problem I'm having with a character I started on the side last night to check. And after like 5 days, I've managed to lose 1 kilo. But that was from mostly starving myself. Like, to the point that we're getting like a minus 70% damage debuff. That doesn't answer the question though, Kurumi. If they're trying to maintain off of fish, and that's the question, the answer might be no. But the answer isn't, here's cabbages. Fence is intact. It's making me fat. And starve myself with a heart icon. It freaks out all the time. I mean, I can tell you that better soon. Better later on, but not now. Because I haven't solved that myself. If we start getting a little bit fatigued later, we might swap over to that save and try it out. Kingsmith is a small map. Ah. Oh, Kingsmith. I haven't played that in a while. Then Bootstrap from there. Oof. I'm gonna go ahead and put the gun away. I think we got past that fence already. I want to carry around all the ammo and stuff. It's too heavy. Oh my, please burn them bags, or put them in bags, and bags, and bags, and bags. So there's only one bag visible. Containing bags, inside bags, inside bags, inside bags. So you can bag while you bag. You couldn't even fit all of these in one bag. Each of these actually weighs 2.0 empty. They're not as OP as they initially seem. They're still probably the best because they didn't really balance bags that well. But like there's an idea of like interesting bag balance they could change in the future where there's not just like, get this bag, okay, you're done, never think about a bag again. Like it'd be nice to have some bags that have like very small container space, but like they don't weigh much themselves. And maybe that would be like the satchel. The satchel could have pretty good weight reduction and let you carry whatever it can carry better. Then you can put in a heavier bag, but you're just not going to get to carry as much. Or maybe like certain bags have like special weight reductions based on what you put in them. Like you could get a miner's bag or something that makes it, you know, lighter to carry metals or something, a metalworking bag. Is that a bunny statue? Oh, it's a mannequin with a bunny costume, yeah. It's Authentic Z, I think?